Elon Musk just revealed SpaceX's insane new project. SpaceX would be unable to accomplish its projects without innovation and creativity. Insane new technologies with advancement are always a thing for Musk. One such insane project is finally revealed by Musk, and it's going to change the future of SpaceX forever. Hey everyone, welcome to the Tech Universe. This is the place to introduce you to the marvels of the universe of technology. We provide you data and facts from the world of technology that are informative as well as exciting. So to never miss an update, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. That being said, let's begin. Let's start with a brief history of rocket engines. Rival military and scientific crews from Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States flocked to Peenemünde at the conclusion of World War II to take technology and trained personnel from the German rocket program. Despite the fact that Russia and the United Kingdom had considerable success, the United States reaped the most benefits. The US captured a large number of German rocket experts, notably Werner von Braun, who would be key to NASA engineering efforts as part of Operation Paperclip. American scientists used the same rockets that were supposed to rain down on Britain as research vehicles to learn more about the new technology. The V-2 became the American Redstone rocket, which was used in the space program's early stages. Separately, under the guidance of chief designer Sergei Korolev, research on the Soviet Union's space program continued. With the help of German experts, the V-2 was reproduced and developed into the R-1, R-2 and R-5 missiles. German ideas were abandoned in the late 1940s and foreign workers were returned. The R-7 was based on Alexei Mikhailovich Isaev's concepts and built by a new series of engines created by Glushko. It also launched the first satellite, Sputnik 1, and the first man into space, Yuri Gagarin, as well as the first lunar and planetary expeditions. This rocket is still in use today. These significant innovations caught the attention of high-ranking officials and resulted in increased research funding. When it was understood that nuclear bombs carried on a rocket vehicle would be practically impossible to stop once launched, launch vehicles like the R-7 Atlas and Titan were developed to be delivery platforms for these weapons. As modern intercontinental ballistic missiles, rockets have become immensely vital militarily, ICBMs. SpaceX and the heights to which they have ascended are some of the outcomes of these market dynamics. This is where the ridiculous SpaceX project, the Raptor engine, is revealed. In contrast to the Merlin engine's current open-cycle gas generator technology and LOX kerosene propellants, this engine runs on subcooled liquid methane and subcooled liquid oxygen in a full-flow staged combustion cycle. The RS-25, which was first used on the Space Shuttle, as well as other Russian rocket engines like the RD-180 and RD-191, use a reduced version of the staged combustion cycle, rather than using cryogenic propellants at their boiling points, as is more frequent in cryogenic rocket engines. It was built to use deep cryogenic propellants, which are fluids that have been cooled to near freezing temperatures. Because subcooled propellants have a high density, they can store more propellant mass in the vehicle's tanks. Boom, boom, boom. According to Musk, the vacuum-optimized Raptor had a vacuum-specific impulse of 3,750 meters per second, a thrust of 3 meganewtons, a chamber pressure of 300 bar, and an expansion ratio of 150. This engine is said to have a longer lifespan and a more benign turbine environment. It operates on a full-flow stage combustion cycle, with all of the oxygen going to an oxygen turbopump and all of the fuel going to a methane turbopump. In the gas phase, both streams, oxidizers and fuel will be well mixed before entering the combustion chamber. The Soviet RD-270 project in the 1970s and the Aerojet Rocketdyne integrated powerhead demonstrator in the mid-2000s was the only full-flow staged combustion rocket engine designs ever tested on test stands before 2014. Many early Raptor prototype components, including turbopumps and injectors, were 3D printed, enabling more rapid development and testing. By mass, it was utilized to manufacture 40% of the parts in the 2016 subscale development engine. The engine has been utilized to improve each prototype of SpaceX's own Starship in each iteration thus far. Raptor 2 is the final version of Raptor, which was developed iteratively. Raptor 2 will be used for the 3 sea-level engines on the Starship second stage, as well as all booster engines on the Super Heavy first stage, including those with and without gimbals, according to a SpaceX announcement in September 2019. In mid-December 2021, Musk revealed even more ambitious ideas for Starship's updates, including enlarging the ship's propellant tanks and adding 3 more similar engines, which may boost the ship's maximum thrust by 50% and considerably enhance payload performance. The most recent information focuses on an improved Raptor engine, as well as structured design and assembly changes to the Starship. As SpaceX cranks up ground testing of the enhanced engine version, Musk claims that the new engine now performs often at 300 bar main chamber pressure. To put things in perspective, the first full-scale Raptor prototype was built on February 10, 2019, just days after SpaceX began testing it. The engine reached a main combustion chamber pressure of just shy of 269 bar for a brief duration. Previous records were established by Russia's RD-270 and RD-180 engines, the latter of which is used on ULA's Atlas V. Musk spent 18 months demonstrating that at least one Raptor prototype could keep such high chamber pressures for a minute or more during steady-state operations. The same engine reached 330 bar, producing 225 tons of thrust and beating Russia's RD-701 engine, which tested at 290 to 300 bars. Raptor isn't ready to handle orbital-class launches for another 18 months, but the engine has already supported dozens of Starship static burns and 7 flight tests, 5 of which took place in less than 6 months. Although Raptor 1 or 1.5 engines have yet to be used in an orbital launch, SpaceX has converted nearly entirely to Raptor 2, a new and improved type. According to Musk, all Raptor ground testing at the company's McGregor, Texas Research Center has shifted to the new hardware, which has purportedly cleaner plumbing and wiring. The most noticeable difference between Raptor 2 and Raptor 1/1.5 is a nearly 25% increase in maximum nominal thrust from 185 to 230 tons. This is made feasible in part by broadening the nozzle's throat, which loses some efficiency in exchange for higher power density. Musk quietly live-tweeted one of the first Raptor 2 static fires on October 24th, showing that the engine achieved a chamber pressure of 321 bar and produced roughly 245 tons of thrust before exploding. Musk claims that Raptor 2 prototypes can now operate at 300 bar without causing any problems, indicating that they can ignite and safely shut down after burning for several minutes at those pressures. Given that the Raptor 2's target chamber pressure at maximum thrust is 300 bar, this means that the engine is now routinely working at the level that SpaceX wants and requires to take Starship to the next level. SpaceX is only waiting for public and FAA approval to launch Starship, especially because Boca Chica and the American people have a say in the matter. The company's CEO had promised that an answer would be received by the end of February, but the date has been extended. The Starship is scheduled to launch in early March 2022. Before moving on to the next step of Starship's development, SpaceX needs to get a certification from the Federal Aviation Administration. Starship launch might be moved to NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida if the FAA requests more information about potential environmental concerns or if litigation arises. But according to Musk, this would put the first orbital launch back by more than a year. He has teased the public enough on social media regarding SpaceX's Mars mission as well. This could be because of Starship's capabilities and preparations for its next mission. Despite his company's optimism and swift speed, Musk still expects the first human mission to Mars to begin in a decade, most likely in 2031. What are your thoughts on this insane new project? Can Raptor 2 finally achieve beyond the limits of today's engineering, or is it possible that Musk might be over-exaggerating once again? Start commenting your answers right now. With that, we've reached the end of today's video. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and remember to hit the like button. Turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we release a new video. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.